All right. Thank you so much, Pradeep. Appreciate you setting this all up. Maybe you can kind of like launch the meeting and then pass it over to me, and then I can pass it over to Mr. Darren Long.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Very excited to be here on this call. What I would like to actually do is actually introduce Mr. Mel Gill, who's the CEO of Renow Connect, and Mr. Darren Long, who's the founder and owner of the most powerful product on earth, Black MP Living Water. Thank you so much, Mr. Darren, for actually coming and gracing us on this call. What I would like to do now is pass it over to you, Chief, and you can actually take over the proceedings. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, folks, Darren and I are kind of going to go back and forth on an interview type thing for a few minutes. And then after that, I'll come through with some slides and do a presentation so you guys can get a visual of it. But many of you have not met me. Some of you have, but many of you have not. And I'll just kind of give you an introduction quickly before I introduce Mr. Darren Long. My name's Mel Gill, and I live here in Northern California with my wife and 3 kids. And I've been in the network marketing industry full-time since I was a kid. I started at 21 years old and have never looked back ever since. I've never had any other type of job or business or anything. I've raised my 3 children in this industry. And, we had a unique opportunity here a few years back to start our own company. And we started in the video technology industry before YouTube. And we hit a grand slam home run because it was very unique and very special. And we took it all around the world. Okay. Yeah. However, once YouTube came out, Zoom came out, Microsoft Meeting came out, all these things, it was hard for a mom and pop business to kind of like compete in that realm. So we transitioned into something that we started with, more than 30 years ago as distributors, and that's health and wellness and nutrition. Okay. So my friend, he introduced me to a very unique product, and he asked me to drive down with him to Central California to meet Darren Long and his team in regards to something that was considered black water. And I don't know if Darren remembers this too well, but it's, been a few years where I walked into his office and I was like, what the heck is this stuff? I tasted it, tastes like water. I smelt it. I was hesitant. It didn't smell like anything. I asked Darren what's in it, and they said 77 trace minerals, soil-based probiotics, the electrolytes. It's got a pH and alkaline level. I was blown away. And I asked Darren, I was like, have you heard of network marketing? And then we talked to him about, can we take this around the world? And so we created a powdered format that's easy to ship and very, very powerful. And so guess what? We took it overseas, and amazing testimonials, amazing results, life-changing. And Darren will share a little bit more, it's because your body's missing the minerals that it needs. And we'll go through some details on that. But, what I can tell you right now is all of you in the USA, I know none of you have tasted it yet. None of you have the product in your hands yet. However, we're going to start shipping tomorrow morning. So it's going to be very exciting for all of you in the USA and the Caribbean that are going to start to get the product in your hands. Many of you have heard about it through Mr. Pradeep, talking about the powerful benefits and what it does and everything else. And that's why you're here tonight. So I'm excited that you guys are going to be the first ones here, getting it out there in the United States, getting the product in your hands. But I have to tell you that, the bottom line is health is the number 1 wealth. And when we talk about making money and all that, and I know now we got the cryptocurrency and the bull run coming and everybody's going to make a fortune. If you want to enjoy that fortune long term, health is the number 1 wealth. And so that's why I'm super excited that we're able to share what I personally consider the number 1 health beverage in the world. And that's the Black MP Living Water. So with that, I'll introduce you to the owner of Black MP, the formulator, the big boss here of Black MP Living Water. So Darren Long, say hello to the new USA family here that we're introducing the product to. So Darren, maybe you can start by just telling a little bit about why you started with Black MP. Why'd you even come up with the whole thing?
Okay, first of all, you can hear me okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. No, I studied a lot of the stuff in college, and I had a very problematic situation with my wife and myself. My wife actually had hepatitis C and was dealing with cancer, and I was too. And that was back when I was about 45 years old. But a lot of things I knew about over the years had put together. And so we kind of experimented with it, and it just absolutely changed our lives. And, we started using it with kids and stuff, and the same thing. And so I started mixing in with some really awesome scientists. And to my surprise, they didn't even know what it was. And I kind of explained it. And from there, we have grown with leaps and bounds. We've been doing this over 12 years now. And everything is life changing with it. And I wanted to share this with the world. So when I got the mail, I said, you got to try it, because almost everybody that tries this will feel it in some way. And I'm always talking about, your body is a miracle, and it gives you these red light warning signs, just like a car. And, so your check engine light comes on, are you going to go keep going? Or are you going to go get it checked out? Well, your body's doing the same thing. That could be arthritis or pain. Number one symptom that people get is tiredness, fatigue. And that's a sign that something's going on. And really, it's so simple to correct. And it's just putting in the right stuff, which are your minerals and your vitamins that actually come in it, and also your probiotics. And it has to be soil based. That's what we're made of, and that's where we did it. We the first time I ever did this, I sent it to a scientist to check it out and do microbial challenge and some other things. And I mean, he gave me a call 2 weeks later. He goes, man, you got something really big here. You need to patent this. And that's where it's gone ever since. We've been helping a lot of people. I love the Philippines. I mean, I've seen more pictures. I never asked for them. I see them on, the social media quite a bit. And what I see, I'm blown away. And I'm seeing this now in the U.S. I'm getting the same things, especially up in your area, Mel. I don't know what the heck's in the water up there, but there's a lot of cancer people with some severe deals. But
yeah,
anyway, that's the start of the whole thing right there. And even hydrating for children. This is a product that not only is fantastic for you, it's a safety product. And that's why a lot of the USA wrestling kids are taking it, football players are taking it, because it's got enough selenium to keep that heart beating. There's no sudden death that you see all the time, athletes and people working out just drop dead. But it's a safety deal, and it keeps your blood flowing like water, not like honey. And basically, I mean, there's so much more. I mean, literally could spend hours talking about it, but I'm sure we'll be doing a few more Zoom meetings too.
Yep, for sure. And when I first got introduced to this, Darren, I mean, I know about minerals, I know nutrition because 30 years of nutrition, but something that was new to me was fulvic minerals and humic minerals. And when you first poured that glass of black water for me, I was like, how's this thing turning black? And so maybe you can highlight a little bit about the power of fulvic and humic.
Yeah, well, it depends on the source and the extraction methods and the formulations, what we put in it. But we started this. We were the pioneers of this whole thing in the very beginning. And I was working with a friend of mine out of Canada at the time, and we were the only ones even talking about it. Now I see nothing but a bunch of knockoffs. And I tell people, you got to be very careful when you see knockoffs, because a lot of it may have what they call sodium hydroxide, which is very corrosive, and it's usually more for agriculture. And that is very scary stuff. And I know there's some companies got in trouble for it too. But the humic and the fulvic we use different deposits around the world. It's very unique and very different. Nobody's ever done this before. And we've done a lot of separation and then reblending of it. And then we've got what we think is probably the most nutritious water mix in the world today. And it's even getting better. We're even working on, doing some biorhythms in shocking water and changing the structure in water molecules. That's the next step. And that's how we process this powder too. So it's going to get the same effect. But yeah, that's another time, but it's going to be very exciting.
Right. And obviously, beyond fulvic and humic, the trace minerals, we've got the probiotics, and I know that people hear that from yogurt or it's great for your gut. Maybe you can share a little bit about the probiotics in Black MP.
They are the four of the most sought out probiotics that are good for people. We know that these are very soil based. You know, they're the Chuck Norris of probiotics. Very important and has a lot to do with the synthesizing of the some of the enzyme substrates we use, and that's what makes everything. It just lights up, and when you put it in your body, you're gonna light up. That's like you feel that way, especially if you know your body. A lot of athletes really know their body, so I get a lot of big reactions really quick from that. And some people it takes a little while and stuff, but as far as the humic and fulvic, it is full of minerals. That's what the neat thing is, and the enzymes activate it. Uh, that's what's going to make differs from anything else. I just tell people to be very careful about what you see. Ours are physician certified. There's no other company has that. You know, we're doctor recommended, we're pharmacy recommended, we're run through the FDA registered manufacturing facility. So everything is right there, and it's been inspected. Some of the top, again, one of my partners is a top scientist, and we don't want any problems. So we're going to stay very, very close. A lot of people think about, well, there's not very much powder in the bottle. I don't know if Mel's heard that or not, but sometimes we see that. And get
Wait till they get it. They haven't got their first shipment yet. Wait till they get it. Then we're like, you gypped me. There's nothing in the bottle.
It's there, and I've had people call me and say, well, there's not that much, and I go, well, send it back. I'll fill it full of binders and all kinds of fillers, just like all these other companies. That's what we don't do. So you're getting 100% pure, absolutely unequivocally nothing added to it, and that is why we are going to stay that way. People get it, but that little bottle will get you plenty because the spoon is very small. It's less than 1/16 of a gram, and you're going to like it.
Yep. Yep. Well, let me just share this. Darren's background is NFL, National Football League. He's a NFL alumni, and I know that you got a lot of your alumni friends on the product to help heal them. But when I was at your office, you had a book where you had kids in high school, and you had grandparents on the product, and everybody's getting different results on it. But what are you seeing, on the spectrum from kids results to, your athlete buddies from the NFL to the grandparents?
Well, you got to keep your kids healthy. There's no question, especially now because food is fake now. It really is. It's all GMO. I don't know if you can almost pick up any can or anything you want to look at, and it's going to say, that it's bioengineered ingredients. Look at that and get away from that stuff. It's causing insulin resistance in people. It's we don't even know how it's going to react, but we do know it's working to change some of the DNA in our bodies, and I don't like that. But I just think that that we as far as getting out there, I think what we're going to do is, which I'm going to still talk to Mel about it, but on the next level, which we'll talk about, this new anti-aging we're also doing too, that we can add to it. But there's pretty neat stuff coming on board.
Yeah, and I know you hinted this to me. I know everybody's new; they're just going to taste it. But we got a great future ahead of us. I know we talked about medical grade, some of the clinical trials, and some of the stuff you guys are doing behind the scenes. So the future with that seems real bright to me, Darren.
It is. It's very exciting. You wait until you see some of the new trials that are coming out, but I can't even say I'd get in trouble. But I love this stuff. I tell everybody, it is such an antiviral, antibiotic. And when you have it in your system all the time, we're all going to get infected with viruses. But this stuff it not only boosts your immune system up, but it has a way. And there's many studies on low grade that even works. But anytime that you see that all these different things they want to prescribe it, some of it's good. I'm not ever going to put down a pharmaceutical company because there's some asthma medicine, pain medicine stuff for emergencies. We need these guys. But some of the stuff I think they oversell, and I always like to say, try it naturally first. If it doesn't work, there's always pills on the shelf you can go get. But sure. It's really neat to help cover you and help fight and get your immune system boosted up against viruses or bad bacteria and stuff. You have it good bacteria in your gut, you get bad, it's going to get better. But if you don't, then you're going to be spending more time with a low immune system, and that can get dangerous.
Right. So obviously, besides the 77 trace minerals, the fulvic, humic, we've got the soil-based probiotics. We got a ton of electrolytes. finally just, highlighting the importance of alkaline and pH, with
Okay.
the black MP.
It's the most important thing. You know what? I'll just tell a quick story. I went to a phlebotomist every year. I go get my at a blood lab, get all my test results. And the last one I went to, when the phlebotomist was taking blood out, it's 9 vials of blood. And when he took it out, he just looked up at me and he goes, I've been doing this over 35 years. I've never seen blood come out that fast. It's usually like honey. So I always got that word honey. We're wearing our organs and our heart out when our blood's constantly thick. So pHing has to be there. And the only thing that really, without being manipulated with sulfites or bicarbonates or they have calcium chloride. They'll bring up that's a manipulated pH. But if you look on the bottom, they have maybe 2, maybe 3 minerals in that whole bottle. It's worthless water. Plus, most of it's BPA, bisoprolol A. Don't even put that in your body, whatever you do. But that's kind of the direction that we could be in. Like again, Mel, I just can't stress enough how the safety of this thing. And even if we are ingesting bad things besides all the viruses and everything, it's cleansing your body. That fulvic acid is a cleansing. It also like I always tell people, when you're taking fulvic acid, that produces that produces your these reactions in your body. It's actually electrical reactions, right? So, I say it's almost like you got your cell phone plugged in the wall and you're talking all day, and that battery stays charged. That's what that fulvic acid does. Wow. And so important just for the detox. That's the most important. But the energy you get from that, after you're on this for a while, you're going to see what I'm talking about, because your energy doesn't go away. And then when you go to bed, you sleep like a baby at night.
Nice. All right. So last part, the only people on this 100+ person Zoom that have been on the product is obviously you, me, and Mr. Pradeep. So, everybody else is just going to try the product after we ship it out tomorrow. What should they expect? I mean, is there a detox? Is there, a feeling? Is everybody different? What should they expect when they first get on the product?
Well, the first thing you're going to feel is hydrated. That's the first thing most everybody feels. Some people may feel a little flush, but nothing that would even be any problem at all. And there's the detox, unless you're really bad in environment and you've taken a lot of stuff, you may detox a little bit. And here's what I'm talking about. You're going to urinate a lot. And that's probably what I'd say 80% of the people urinate a lot, because that's your body detoxifying. Some people have called up and said, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I go, are you kidding? You don't know how cleansed you're getting, and then it's a whole different story. So it's, that's what I'm going to do, is be honest with you. You're going to have to urinate a lot. And then your body, after a while, you'll see what I'm talking about. But almost all the time you do it, especially you do it 4 or 5 times a day, you will, because it's constantly cleansing.
Wow. Well, Darren, we're going to invite you many, many more times, because it's a new group, new organization, new launch here in the USA. So we're excited about that. You're going to get to know them. They're going to get to know you. We're going to bring everybody out to California. So it's going to be real good. But but before I let you go, I wanted to check in with Mr. Pradeep real quick. Pradeep, any questions from the team? I know it's like so many people, we can't open up for everything, but Darren's got another event. But if you got a couple of questions that you think are important, let's bring those up real quick with while we have Mr. Darren Long here.
I mean, Chief, I've personally been on the product for almost 3 years now. And I remember hearing Mr. Darren the very first time. He said, this product grows on you, and, all you got to do is just try it once. And the results have been phenomenal. And to be actually honest with everybody on the Zoom, some of the testimonies have been spooky. Right. Very scary.
Yeah, that's what Darren's talking about. The testimonies of the Philippines are like crazy.
Crazy. I mean, you pretty much get the feeling that, all these testimonies that people are going to be giving from this very team in the US is going to be freakish. The reason I'm actually saying freakish is because the kind of testimonies that we've actually heard is unbelievable from, people who had this problem, that problem. I don't want to talk about what problems, because we would like to know, because water is different everywhere, air is different everywhere, people have different kind of lifestyles everywhere. So, calling this the product which is basically the missing link, we would like to know how this product actually helps you with your body, in your environment, with whatever you eat, and whatever lifestyle that you actually carry. And because it's in a small bottle, men can even carry it in their jeans pocket. It's very easy to transport. You can take it everywhere. And I've been traveling all over the world with this product, and I just love the product. I love Black Cat Beef.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
Pradeep, can I say something?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you look great. You look great. You're glowing. And that, I know where that came from, because from the very first time I met you over 2 years ago. Wow. I mean, you look younger.
That's
Great.
great. That's great. And he's a hard worker. Everybody on this Zoom will tell you, Darren, the guy doesn't sleep. I mean, he's like nonstop 24/7. So it's like amazing.
I give my stuff sometimes to my kids, and I say, I'm taking it away from you, because they just keep going and going and going, and it wears me out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Darren. So I know you got to run here, but we'll let you go. But we want to invite you back for sure, because this team now has never tried the product yet. But in the next 1 week, they're all going to get on the product. And so we'll do a follow-up meeting where people can even say, wow, it tastes like this. It smells like this. I feel like this. I sleep better. I wake up better. My knees are stopped. Whatever the results are, we're looking forward to that. So we're going to bring you on board back for some of that, maybe some Q&A and some more good stuff.
All right. Well, great talking with all you guys.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Darren.
See you, buddy.
Yes,
Great rest of the evening. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Take care. All right, folks. Pradeep, I'll hand it back over to you.
Right. So thank you so much, Chief. It was really nice actually getting on this Zoom call and actually understanding the power and the potential of our product. Now, what I would like to do is get right back into the presentation, because people are excited. I know there's been a lot of juice that has been added in the last 48 hours. So I think it's time that we let them know what this program is all about and how it actually works. So what I'm going to do now,
Sure.
Chief, is I'm going to stop recording and restart recording, so that people can have the download video separately, and you can actually have the presentation separately, right?
Yeah, but give me a moment, Pradeep, because all day I was running around with the employees and the programmers and everybody else, because we wanted to make sure that we launched tonight with the
Yes.
new week. So I'm gonna have to download the PowerPoint you sent me. It'll take a couple of minutes,
Done.
but I see some people with hands up for
Yes,
questions, so
I'll
maybe
take
we
the
can
I'll
handle
take the
that
questions on. I'll take the
while we're
questions.
doing that. Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much. Yeah.
Okay, cool.